At its core, effective advocacy is effective storytelling. So what is the story that you're telling about your park and recreation agency? What's the story that is not being told? So when you're engaging members of your community in your work, we need to uplift the stories of those that haven't been told.
At NRPA, we know that these spaces and these programs are absolutely vital to community health and well-being, and that parks and recreation are truly part of our public health system and a solution multiplier.
Because we are already really serving as these trusted spaces for people to gather, for them to get access to resources, and really have their holistic health and well-being needs served across all 7 dimensions of well-being.
And we recognize the need to continue to elevate that because not everyone has access to a high-quality park. And we are focused on helping our park and recreation professionals to really serve as stewards of these essential places, to promote access to high-quality programs and services that advance health equity, improve health outcomes, and enhance quality of life.
One of the things that I think is interesting is working with Sedgwick County, and we do community health improvement plans. I think, we look at the big picture and the issues within, the county, and having a wellness hub within a particular zip code could be a model for future endeavors for the county as a whole.
We didn't realize the depth that the outcomes that would come with this. It's more than just being able to get funding and to deliver a service for X amount of people for an X amount of time. It is really looking at policy change, how we operate, engaging the community members, really putting into focus what all the possibilities that there are and teaching.
To make systems change happen, people need to be educated about the problems. They need to be informed about what's going on in places of power, and they need to be mobilized to act, to push people to make change happen.
Having time to really craft and think about how to tell the story of the impact that they're making in their communities in a way that can leverage and garner more support, more resources, and more funding to sustain this work.
And that's what advocacy is. It's telling your story, bringing people together, united behind a common purpose and goal.
And that's really what we're looking to resolve, to build those solutions that are community-driven and can promote equity, community and environmental resilience, and health and well-being.
One thing that I'm proud of is by partnering with the Park and Rec and with the County of San Diego, it opened up a possibility for my organization and my staff and people that volunteer with us to understand that advocacy is an important part of what we do. We were able to go to Sacramento and meet with our representatives. We met with the mayor. It empowered us to be able to go and say that we have a power, we have a voice in how we want our neighborhoods to run, how we want to get our nutritional education, where we want our food to come from. Before then, a lot of the people didn't realize that they could do that. And to see them walk away after they've had these conversations, walking in a little taller, knowing that I'm someone, I have a voice, I can say something, I can make some of the decisions and take it to the people who can do something about it. That's one of the things I'm most proud of.
Effective advocacy means sustaining this work. It means you don't have to do it all by yourself. It means bringing together a community of support behind the work of a community wellness hub and marshaling those forces for our shared and collective goals and making sure that they have that elevator pitch, that they can go into a meeting with a legislator or with their mayor and say, here's why this matters, here's the impact that we're making, and here's why we need your support.
What we're doing with our food hub, we want it to grow. If we do it right, we should be able to duplicate it over and over again. If we get the right stakeholders and buy-in, sky's the limit.
It's been fantastic to gather with park and recreation agencies and their community-based partners to discuss community wellness hubs and how they can support and sustain them into the future. And we really look forward to seeing how these grantee communities continue to grow and how Parks and Recreation can continue to support the holistic health and well-being of their communities as community wellness hubs.